Alright there everyone, welcome back to MMA Convo. So today, I haven't really got any MMA news apart from little bits and bobs, but I'm mostly just going to talk about the fights at Fight Island 2 that I watched and the UFC 252 fights that I watched. So let's get into this. The first fight was Mark DeCasey versus Rafael Fizev, whatever his name is. They said it on the commentary, I just can't remember, I'm so sorry. But he's a Muay Thai trainer at Tiger Muay Thai, so you can imagine his stand-up's very, very good. Mark DeCasey was having some good success in the first round with the calf kick, but, you know, you can't really be having a kicking battle, a knee in battle, an elbow in battle. I know he didn't knee an elbow, but he was trying to kick him quite a bit with someone, you know, who's a Muay Thai trainer at Tiger Muay Thai. You just can't be having that, and I'm pretty sure he does his camp out of there as well, the commentator said. So yeah, I did think Mark DeCasey was going to win this one, but he didn't. I personally thought it was 30-27 to Rafael, but DeCasey, as soon as he started, I think it was at one point at the end of the second round, he was boxing with him a bit and he won a few exchanges, and then in the third round he landed a good right hand and it wobbled him a bit, but you know, Rafael was winning. Unless he dropped him or nearly ended the fight, I couldn't really give DeCasey the round, sorry. I know that Rafael has lost a few before. He lost one in the UFC, his first fight, but he's won the other two, and he did look really good. He had great kicks. He was able to wrestle DeCasey a bit, and yeah, he looked quite good. His boxing wasn't the best, but he managed to mix up the kicks as well. DeCasey had really good defence of the head kicks, but the body kicks and the leg kicks from Rafael were just landing. So there you go. Rafael just looked great. Who would I like him to fight next? Ooh, man, the lightweight division's so lit. I don't know. Maybe like Gregor Gillespie. I don't know. He hasn't fought in ages. It would be cool to see how he would cope against a really good wrestler. Maybe Davey Hamos. I don't know. Maybe let's see how he copes against a good grappler. I don't know. Or maybe if he beats someone else, if Rafael beats someone else, maybe he could. Or maybe Rafael could fight Jai Herbert. If Jai Herbert beats Francisco Trinallo, maybe he could fight Jai Herbert. That'd be quite fun. That'd be a good fight. And what should DeCasey do after this? Well, Chris Fishgold wasn't the best. In his fight at the fight night, you know, Qatar versus Ige. So they might as well, them two could fight Chris Fishgold versus DeCasey. I don't know. I think Chris Fishgold maybe needs to retire. I know we're not talking about him. We're talking about Fight Island 2, but like still, you know. Maybe that'd be a good last fight for him, and DeCasey can fight him and see where he goes from there. I didn't watch the Joe Duffy fight, but I know he retired and he got submitted in the first round, and that's that, isn't it? Or was that the other fight night? I'm sorry if I'm looking like a total idiot. Yeah, I'm just a bit of a casual sometimes. Some people get very picky over very little things, and, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah. So, Gastelum versus Hansen, not really much to talk about with this fight, is there? There's a little bit of stand-up at the start, and Hansen went to, like, you know, grab him, and then Gastelum managed to flip him around, and I thought, alright, well done, you've taken, you know, you had the better of that exchange, now get up, and he was staying on the ground trying to wrestle him, and I'm thinking, you don't want to wrestle someone who can submit a Renzo Gracie black belt with a guillotine. You know, you don't want to submit someone who can hold their own with Jacare Souza on the ground, because he did guillotine, what's his name? David Branch. So, you know, you really do not want to be messing with him, do you? On the ground. But then he just managed to get the heel hook, didn't he? You know, Gastelum sort of defended a little bit at first, but then his leg just got too exposed, and you just don't do that against someone that good. I thought Hansen was going to win. I did think it was razor close. To be honest, I didn't think Hansen would have been able to submit him that quick. I thought maybe like a third round submission. I thought it's possible for Gastelum to get the knockout. I do want Gastelum to keep fighting after this, obviously. He could go down to welterweight because there are bigger guys than him who make the weight, but and it seems like he just needs to get his dieting problems sorted. But when you miss the weight by £10, you shouldn't really be going back down there. If you miss the weight by too many times, I don't think you should be going down there too often. You should always move up. So I don't really know what he should do. Who could he fight? Maybe rematch with Uriah Hall if Uriah Hall loses to Yoel Romero, or he could fight the loser of Edmund. Oh no, actually, as he's still quite a high contender, he could fight the winner of Edmund Shabazian and Derek Brunson. That'd be a good idea, I think. I mean, Gastelum probably does need a bit of a rest, but all he did was get heel hooked. I'm pretty sure his leg didn't get too injured or whatever, so he could fight Edmund Shabazian. That'd be amazing. Shabazian has it all, but Gastelum is going to come back hungry after a loss like that, you know. Yeah. So now main event time. Figueroa just absolutely destroyed Joseph Benavidez. He just made him look daft, didn't he? He dropped him like 4 times. Benavidez had so much heart. I mean, he had a crap ton of heart, didn't he? You know, he got put in the neck crank twice, and then it was under the chin. But he had a palm-on-palm grip, didn't he? Figueroa, and it was underneath the chin. So I thought, oh, he's done, he's finished. But Benavidez managed to get out of that, but then got knocked down, and then just got hit loads, and then he was twisting his spine with that final rear naked choke that he went for. It looked quite brutal, really, and obviously, Mark Goddard didn't stop it straight away, but it was really hard to see that he was out because he was still moving a bit. But then he stopped it as soon as he realised, so that's good. Benavidez said he doesn't want to go out that way on a tweet, so I don't know, who could he fight really next? I don't know. I'd rather see him retire. He's already gone for the title, but maybe he just wants... Because there's no point. Maybe he could fight Tim Elliott, I don't know. But there's no point in him, like, trying to fight Figueroa again. Because as much as, the first fight was a bit more competitive, Figueroa missed the weight, and you could think to yourself, well, Joseph Benavidez is going to win this one because Figueroa missed weight. And then you think to yourself, well, let's see who the real winner is in this one. And I thought Benavidez was going to pull it off, but he didn't. Fair play to Figueroa. He does lose a lot of weight, doesn't he? He has to probably lose 20 pounds naturally and then water cut 20 pounds, so that's no fun, is it? No fun at all, is it? So fair play to him. He's a beast. I was a bit annoyed when he missed the weight the first time, but hey ho, it is what it is, isn't it? He proved that he was the man. He just had an amazing performance, and fair play to him. Let's talk about UFC 252 then. So, first fight I watched on there was not 252, sorry, bloody hell, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have even said that at the start. I said 252 at the start, bloody hell. 251, Amanda Ribas versus Paige Van Zandt. Yeah, I knew she was going to win. I didn't think it'd be that quick. I thought Paige would come back a bit more hungry. Maybe it'll last a round or two, but hey ho, there you go. She just looked great with the submission, didn't she? Andrade versus Namajunas. Andrade came out with a better game plan, and so did Rose, really. She didn't make any big mistakes apart from trading with Andrade in the third a bit too much. But Rose was mostly textbook until the third, but she was having trouble with Andrade's head movement. Andrade came in with a smart game plan, but Rose won the first two and Andrade won the third one. I reckon if it had gone 5, maybe Andrade could have finished her, I don't know, or won a decision. But great fight, really enjoyed it. So, oh wait, because I forgot to mention who I want to see Figueroa fight next. I don't really know, to be honest. Maybe go up to bantamweight, because it seems like he's just going to dominate most of the flyweights. So let's see what happens at bantamweight. And he's a massive flyweight, one of the biggest flyweights ever. So he might as well go up to bantamweight, because he'll be a decently sized bantamweight. So we'll see what he can do there. But yeah, as I was saying, and I forgot to say about Amanda Ribas versus Paige Van Zandt. I don't know that much about the women's flyweight division. Maybe Van Zandt should go to Bellator and Ribas just fight whoever, Namajunas, though, she deserves the title. And Andrade, maybe, I don't know who she could fight next. I really don't know. Maybe Namajunas, not Namajunas, Jacek again. Maybe fight Jacek again. that she could do that. That might be all right. So yeah. Next fight was Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo. Yeah, quite competitive. Aldo was, going back to his old days with the cheeky leg kicks. Those was ace. And he was getting a few rounds in the bag, Peter did nearly finish it in the first round with those big shots to the ribs. That was amazing. And it was quite competitive for the most part. But then in the fifth, Peter just got him down and hit him over and over and over and over and over again. You got to respect Aldo's heart, but he should have probably been stopped a bit earlier. But yeah, overall, really fun fight. Peter's the man. It would have been nice to see Aldo, get another title, but he should retire now. He's done everything. He's one of the best featherweights ever, and he was a pretty great bantamweight. I mean, I thought he won the Marlon Moraes fight, and obviously this fight was quite competitive, but there you go. He did his best, and yeah, I mean, what fights could he even do next? I don't know, maybe a third Holloway fight? Maybe try and get his way back to the title in featherweight. I don't know. Maybe go up to lightweight for a laugh, maybe. But I'd rather see him retire, to be honest. It might be nice to see him fight McGregor at lightweight and see what happens there. But there's not really much point. I'd just rather retire. Volkanovski versus Holloway. Holloway's boxing was on point in this one. He was landing some... Oh yeah, who I'd like to see him Peter fight next. Obviously Aljamain Sterling. That's got to happen. Sterling absolutely destroyed Corey Sandhagen, so that has to happen. That'll be great. Peter will probably be able to beat him, but the grappling could cause him some problems, so who knows, decent grappling to Sterling. So yeah, Volkanovski versus Holloway. As I said, Holloway's boxing was on point. He dropped him in the first and the second. He just looked amazing. Third was very, very close and competitive. I did give it to Holloway though. Then fourth and fifth was obviously Volkanovski. He was really putting the pressure on and coming forward. It just felt like Holloway made the adjustments with the leg kicks, and got used to him, to be honest, and was able to counter him. But yeah, overall, I would have given it to Holloway, but the third round was really, really, really close. So I haven't got too much. I'm not too fussed that they gave it to Volkanovski, but it's just because it was really close. I wouldn't say it was a robbery, but it's just a shame that we're not going to get that third fight. We're not going to get the decider. I mean, they don't usually do a third fight if someone's won twice already, do they? So it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? But if Holloway will probably keep beating people, and he'll probably get back to the top, and then they'll have no choice other than to give him the title, unless Korean Zombie not manages. Gets the title shot next and manages to knock out Volkanovski, which I can see happening because Holloway landed the punches and Volkanovski... I'm not saying Holloway is not that powerful, but Korean Zombie is insanely powerful, so if Korean Zombie lands those punches, I could probably see him winning, to be honest. And he's very good in the stand-up. He was doing... Seemed like he was beating Aldo a bit. But yeah, it seemed like Korean Zombie was winning, but then something went wrong with his shoulder, and Aldo just kept kicking him and got him down and battered him. So, in the great words of Holloway, it is what it is, isn't it? And that's how I feel about this fight, even though I think Holloway won. Third round was really close, and at the end of the day, if they thought Volkanovski won, then it is what it is, isn't it? I suppose it would have been like if they'd given Holloway the first fight. Like, it was obvious Volkanovski won that first fight, but they actually gave it in, which is good. But this one, it's like it sort of is obvious, sort of isn't obvious. Like, round 3 was really close, but you can tell Holloway won, in my opinion, just slightly. But there's some arguments for Volkanovski winning, I suppose. So it isn't as bad as if they gave the first fight to Holloway, but still a bit weird. But there you go. Just would have been great to see the third fight as well, but they thought Volkanovski won, so they gave it him. Now, main event time, Usman versus Masvidal. Masvidal taking this on 6 days' notice. Having to... I don't know how much weight he lost naturally, but you can't imagine that much in 6 days. Let's say he probably lost 3 pounds naturally, so he had to water cut 19 pounds, which is probably his biggest water cut since he was at lightweight. Because usually, he says when he's about to do the water cut, he's 178 pounds, so he water cuts 8 pounds, which is quite easy and nice for him. Compared to before at lightweight, Masvidal, he did all right at first. It seemed like he was landing punches, but then Usman got him in, managed to take him down in the round, but then Masvidal, I think, got back up. Or I don't know if he got back up. Usman went back up, and then because I was about to say Usman let him back up, but he didn't, obviously. And then Usman just managed to clinch him for ages and ages, stomp on his toes loads and hit him with the shoulder strikes. I don't get why people are annoyed at Usman. It's a very, very smart strategy. I don't see why anyone's annoyed at him. Fair play to Masvidal for stepping up and taking the fight. As Masvidal said, hopefully he wins a few more fights and they can run it back. It'd be a lot more competitive if Masvidal had a full training camp. But I think Usman would still be able to get the win. It wouldn't be as dominating as this one, but as dominant as this one, but he still managed to get the win. So yeah, that's it for MMA Convo today. I did not watch Qatar vs Ego. I didn't watch any of those fights. Actually, no, I watched a few of them, but not any of like the main event or anything. So just missed that one out because it was in the middle of the week. I didn't realise. I guess I just wasn't paying attention that much in that time. So yeah. Anyway, another MMA Convo next week. I'll be talking about the Till vs Whittaker fight night, and hopefully I'll have some news for next time that I can talk about more. So, yep, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.